everybody, it's Justin Shackle with Yankees On Demand, presented by AT&T. We are in the Yankees dugout with third baseman Chase Headley as the Yankees continue to play for a postseason spot. How crazy is it what I just said? Did you think that'd be possible at the beginning of August here?
I mean, it certainly wasn't looking promising around the trade deadline. You know, we expected to play better. We expected to play ourselves back in, but obviously we've really turned it on as of late and have given ourselves a chance.
First month for this team, a lot of struggles. You yourself went through your own struggles in the month of April. What was the toughest part about that first month?
Oh man, probably getting hits. No, I mean I had a tough time. It was a rough month for all of us, and personally, when you're going through struggles and the team's not playing well, you know, I think it's even tougher to take than when you're struggling, you know, just by yourself. Obviously, you want to come through for your teammates, and you know I wasn't able to do that, and you know, since we were all struggling, that made it, you know, probably doubly tough.
Was there anything in your swing that you were able to point out and rectify right then and there?
You know, there were a couple things. One, I needed to, you know, stay back a little bit longer. I think I was having a little bit more hip shift than I normally did, and you know, once I was able to do that, I think it corrected a lot of the other issues that were going on.
Based on what you've been able to do in your career prior to last season, had an uncharacteristic year out in the field with a lot of errors, how are you able to block 2015 out completely as you headed into this season?
Well, you just understand that sometimes bad seasons happen, and you know, I didn't go into the offseason just thinking, hey, you know, that was a fluke and I'm going to be back to being, you know, the player I always have been. You know, I looked at film, I watched you know, a lot of things that I'd done earlier in my career versus last year, and you know, there were a couple of mechanical things that we wanted to fix, but I also wasn't panicked. I knew what type of player I'd been, and I knew that if I put the work in spring training and throughout the year that you know, there's a good chance I could get back to being the player that I am.
Take me back to the week of the trade deadline. What was the atmosphere like in this clubhouse before some of those big trades had to go down?
It was obviously a shock when those moves happened, because you're talking about three tremendous players. But after it settled down, we just said, let's put our head down, keep grinding. You know, nobody expects anything out of us, but that's you know, we expect a lot of it ourselves. And you know, I thought we did a good job of staying focused. And you know, sometimes you know, when you look at a move on paper, you can't really judge what's going to happen. And I think you know, we got some new blood in here, and that's nothing against the guys that aren't here anymore, but it just you know, it was a new vibe, and we've been playing well since.
The new blood is young blood. What's the atmosphere like with some of these rookies mixed in with these vets?
You know, I've been extremely impressed with these guys. Obviously, there's you know, there's a lot of talent there, but more than that, it's the poise, it's the character that these guys have. You know, they've come in a tough situation, and you know, how they deal with that really says a lot about, you know, what I think they're going to be in the future, and I've been extremely impressed with the way they've handled adversity.
Can younger players make older players, veteran players, feel a little bit younger as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think they definitely bring a sense of energy. They're hungry. You know, they're trying to establish themselves as big league players, but they're also you know, very focused on this team and trying to win. And I think that, you know, probably helps in both routes. You know, they're not completely focused on going up there and trying to get a hit every time. They're trying to figure out how we can win a game. And you know, as kind of a byproduct of that, you know, I think they've played really well. So, you know, they bring a lot of energy. We're glad to have them, and I think they're you know, down to the last man, they have a bright future ahead of them.
You're only in your early 30s, but by this time next season, I think you're going to be looked at as one of the elder statesmen on this team. What kind of responsibilities do you think comes with that?
A lot. I think, you know, I think especially with the amount of young guys that we have, and it won't just be me. I mean, it's Brett Gardner and Brian McCann and you know, a lot of these other guys. Obviously, CC Sabathia makes us all look like kids, but I think it's, you know, it's a responsibility and showing up every day and doing things the right way. You know, hopefully being a leader both on and off the field, and you know, trying to help these guys reach the potential that we know they have, and you know, essentially we want to win a championship. So, you know, if we get everybody playing the way that we think they're capable of, then we should be able to do that.
Great chat. Thanks a lot, and the best of luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks for having me.
You can see more Yankees On Demand Yankee Scoreboard content by clicking here, and can subscribe to our local YouTube channel right there.